Do you believe that in just one night, your muscles could recover more deeply, feel less sore, and even be stronger the next morning? And this doesn't require extra hours in the gym or any expensive powders, just two familiar vitamins taken before bed. Sounds unbelievable. I'm Evelyn Brooks. After many years of working with people over 50, I discovered a simple truth. Hard training alone doesn't always bring progress. The real key lies in your body's ability to recover overnight. Think of your body as a construction site, and sleep as the silent night shift where muscles are repaired, reconnected, and made more resilient. If you provide the right materials now, the results will be completely different the next day. And I want you to set aside the word magnesium for now. It helps, but it's not the actual key. Tonight, I'll reveal two simple yet powerful vitamins that will make you say, I wish I'd known this earlier. Stay with me until the end, because I also have a 30-day challenge for you to experience the transformation yourself. If you find this topic helpful, don't forget to share the video with your friends and loved ones, and subscribe so you won't miss the upcoming secrets. Many people believe muscles grow inside the gym, but the truth is the opposite. When you train, especially with weights or resistance exercises, your muscles are actually being broken down. Each fiber develops countless tiny cracks known as microtears. These minor injuries signal your body, rebuild, make it stronger and thicker. And this rebuilding process doesn't happen while you're lifting weights. It happens most powerfully while you're in deep sleep. During this stage, your body releases growth hormone, testosterone levels are adjusted, and cortisol drops. This perfect combination allows muscles to be cleared, repaired, and renewed. Think of nighttime as a silent work shift. The workers, the materials, and even the blueprint are all focused on upgrading your body. If you miss the chance to provide the proper nutrients now, it's like leaving an entire work shift without tools or supplies. Magnesium is often mentioned as a hero that helps the body relax. Indeed, it plays a vital role in stabilizing the nervous system, regulating heart rhythm, and supporting muscle contraction and relaxation. Thanks to this, many who take magnesium sleep more easily and experience less stress. But think of it this way. Imagine you have a construction site. Magnesium is like the gatekeeper who ensures the workers can rest quietly, but it's not the bricks or the chief engineer. If all you have is magnesium, that construction site still lacks the materials to build the walls and the leader to coordinate the work effectively. So what serves as the bricks to fill in the damaged muscle fibers? And who is the commander ensuring tendons and joints are reinforced? The answer lies in the two vitamins I'm about to reveal. Many people call vitamin D the sunshine vitamin, but it works more like a hormone than a typical vitamin. And precisely because of this unique nature, vitamin D plays an extraordinary role in muscles, bones, and recovery after exercise. First, vitamin D helps regulate the synthesis of muscle protein. You can think of protein as the bricks that build your muscle fibers. Without vitamin D, stacking bricks slows down or becomes less effective, preventing you from reaching full recovery after training. Many studies have shown that people with sufficient vitamin D levels usually have greater muscle strength, experience less soreness, and recover quickly. Second, vitamin D is the transporter that enables your body to absorb calcium and phosphorus. These are two essential minerals for muscle contraction and tissue regeneration. Without them, your newly built fibers are like a construction project without a strong foundation. This is especially critical for those over 50, when bone density begins to decline. Vitamin D keeps bones strong and helps muscles work more efficiently. Third, vitamin D is directly linked to testosterone. This hormone isn't only vital for male strength. In women, too, balanced testosterone levels help preserve muscle mass and energy. Stable vitamin D levels allow testosterone to function more smoothly, aiding muscle recovery and growth. The most fascinating part lies in the timing of vitamin D supplementation. In the morning, the body is often in a catabolic state, mobilizing energy for activity. When melatonin rises, the body shifts into an anabolic state at night, when building and repair processes are most active. Vitamin D in the evening allows it to work with growth hormone and testosterone, becoming a powerful partner in your body's night shift. So, why are so many people deficient in vitamin D? The answer is simple. We spend too much time indoors, especially retirees or office workers. On top of that, sunscreen use, living in regions with little sunlight during winter, or having darker skin tones, reduces the body's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight naturally. Medical statistics suggest that vitamin D deficiency in older adults can reach as high as 60–70%. Deficiency doesn't just weaken bones and suppress immunity, it also leaves you tired, drained, and unable to bounce back after exercise. I once knew a friend named Michael, age 62, who was diligent with brisk walking and lightweight training. Yet he constantly complained that despite regular exercise, his muscles stayed weak and he was still short of breath when climbing stairs. After a test, he had a severe vitamin D deficiency. 3 months of proper supplementation, taken consistently in the evening, made a remarkable difference. Less soreness, and stronger calves with every step he took. That's why, if you've been training hard and eating enough protein but still see little progress, the missing link may very well be vitamin D. Supplementing it correctly, at the right time, is like giving your night workers the blueprints and raw materials they need to repair and rebuild your muscles most completely. When people think of vitamin C, they associate it with preventing colds or boosting immunity. Yet few realize that vitamin C also plays a vital role in muscle and joint recovery after exercise, especially for those over 50. The first point is that vitamin C is the key raw material for collagen synthesis. Imagine collagen as the scaffolding supporting your body's structure. It connects muscle fibers to tendons, ligaments, and the surrounding connective tissue. Every time you train, the muscle fibers stretch, and this entire scaffolding system is also stressed. If collagen isn't adequately rebuilt, that framework becomes fragile, leading to stiffness, soreness, and injuries. Taking vitamin C before bed is like giving the collagen master builder both the materials and the time to reinforce the scaffolding while you rest. The second point is that vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. During physical activity, your muscles generate countless free radicals that trigger inflammation and cellular damage. If these free radicals aren't cleared, they slow the recovery process, leaving you feeling heavy and sluggish the next morning. Taking vitamin C at night is like putting out the fire immediately, preventing your body from spending the next day dealing with oxidative stress. The third point is that vitamin C indirectly helps you feel lighter and more flexible in the morning. Once collagen fibers are repaired, your knees and shoulders move more smoothly, reducing stiffness upon waking. This is especially critical for older adults, whose creaks and cracks of joints often accompany every morning stretch or attempt to get out of bed. Here's something interesting. Although vitamin C is present in many fruits and vegetables, most people still don't reach optimal levels for optimal recovery, particularly those who exercise regularly. The reason is simple. The body doesn't store vitamin C, and any excess is quickly eliminated. That's why supplementing at night ensures that when you enter deep sleep, the peak time for recovery, vitamin C is already circulating in your blood, ready to work. Think of it this way. If vitamin D supplies bricks to build muscle walls, then vitamin C is the master craftsman who sets up the scaffolding, secures every joint, and cleans up the site after a day's labor. Thanks to this, you don't just wake up with stronger muscles the next morning, you also feel lighter, more flexible, and less sore. Imagine your body as a construction site in progress. Vitamin D supplies bricks and stones to build solid muscle walls, while vitamin C is the steel framework that keeps the entire structure from collapsing. One focuses on creating new muscle fibers, the other strengthens tendons, ligaments, and connective tissue to support the whole system. When both work together during your body's night shift, the results go far beyond what either could achieve alone. This is the difference between ordinary rest and smart rest. If you rely only on magnesium, your body may relax and fall asleep more easily, but the proper recovery, building new fibers, repairing collagen, clearing inflammation and free radicals, doesn't happen fully. In contrast, when D and C are present together, they combine with growth hormone and testosterone during deep sleep, transforming the night into a high-efficiency work shift. The results are noticeable as soon as the next morning. Less muscle soreness, less joint stiffness, and everyday movements like standing up, climbing stairs, or doing warm-up exercises feel easier. Some people even report being surprised at how quickly they recover and can continue training without long breaks between sessions. This synergy is why athletes and older adults rely on these two vitamins. There's no need for complex formulas, just a simple combination: vitamin D and vitamin C before bed. One builds the fibers, the other secures the framework, and by morning, you'll feel the difference with every step you take. When people talk about vitamins, many immediately think of pills, but your body can actually get vitamin D and C from everyday foods. For vitamin D, the richest sources are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. You can also find it in egg yolks and fortified milk. The challenge, however, is that the amount you need to maintain strong muscles and bones is often higher than a typical diet, especially for those who spend little time in the sun. Vitamin C can be found in oranges, grapefruits, strawberries, kiwis, bell peppers, and green vegetables like broccoli. The problem is that your body doesn't store vitamin C. Any excess is quickly eliminated. This makes it challenging to maintain adequate levels daily, especially if your diet isn't very diverse. That's why adding supplements can be a reasonable choice. The key is not to take a large dose once and forget about it, but to maintain a steady, nightly routine. One simple trick is to place your vitamin bottle next to your toothbrush, making it a natural part of your bedtime habit. And with vitamin D, remember to take it with a dinner that includes healthy fats, so your body absorbs it more effectively. This small but consistent habit can make a big difference in your long-term journey to keep your muscles strong. There's a truth that very few people notice. Our bodies operate according to a biological clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. It's not just about sleeping at night and staying awake during the day. Every cell, hormone, and even digestion has its own schedule. And this very rhythm determines when you should take vitamins to maximize their effectiveness. In the morning, when you first wake up, cortisol, the hormone related to stress and alertness, is at its peak. The body enters a catabolic state, prioritizing breaking down resources to mobilize energy for daytime activity. This is why, in the morning, many people feel mentally sharp, but their muscles are stiff and their joints are a little dry. Currently, the body is focused on opening the warehouse for energy rather than building or repairing. If you take vitamin D and C early in the morning, your body will still absorb them. Still, much of the nutrition will be diverted to fueling daytime activity instead of repairing muscle tissue. In contrast, the body gradually shifts into recovery during the evening. As the light fades, melatonin is released, signaling it's time to rest. Cortisol levels drop, the heart rate slows, and digestion slows, but specific nutrients absorption becomes more effective. This is the golden window to deliver raw materials to the body because soon after, in deep sleep, growth hormone is released in abundance. This hormone acts as the construction manager, directing the regeneration of muscle tissue, tendons, and ligaments. Taking vitamin D in the evening works hand in hand with protein synthesis and regulates calcium and phosphorus, helping your muscles rebuild more effectively. At the same time, vitamin C plays the role of cleaning the site, extinguishing inflammation, and providing the raw materials needed to regenerate collagen. These two vitamins, timed correctly, achieve far greater results than when taken sporadically throughout the day. I once had a patient named David, 69, who loved long-distance running. He used to take vitamin D in the morning with his coffee, thinking that was enough. But he often complained that he still felt sore the next morning, his calves tight, and it took him 2 days to recover. David noticed a clear difference after I suggested a change, taking D and C after dinner, within 3 weeks. He told me, "Evelyn, this morning I could walk down the stairs without that sharp pain I used to feel. This is living proof of the power of timing. Science has confirmed this too." Some studies show that taking vitamin D and C in the evening supports muscle recovery and benefits sleep and the immune system because the timing aligns with the body's natural cycles. So the critical question isn't just what you take, but when you take it. You only get part of the benefit if you choose the wrong time. But if you choose the evening correctly, you're doubling the impact of these seemingly simple vitamins. Once you enter deep sleep, your body begins a series of remarkably sophisticated recovery processes. At the center of it all is growth hormone, GH. GH stimulates cell growth, regenerates muscle tissue, and breaks down fat to fuel this process. The peak of GH secretion usually occurs during the first hours of deep sleep. And precisely at this moment, if vitamin D and C are already circulating in your blood, their effectiveness multiplies many times. Vitamin D directly contributes to protein synthesis. It acts like the engineer responsible for supplying and assembling the muscle construction project materials. Without D, those protein bricks cannot be stacked into strong, solid walls. Beyond that, D helps regulate testosterone, another powerful anabolic hormone that fluctuates with the circadian rhythm. When testosterone is kept balanced at night, it creates the perfect environment for GH to work at full capacity. Meanwhile, vitamin C addresses another challenge, oxidative stress. After a full day of activity, the body accumulates free radicals and inflammation. If these aren't cleared away, even the strongest GH and testosterone signals get interrupted, delaying the repair process. Vitamin C is the night shift cleaner, removing free radicals, soothing inflammation, and clearing the path for anabolic hormones to carry out their full role. In other words, vitamin D and C don't just act independently, they support your body's natural hormones, turning sleep into a period of maximum recovery. Think of it like building a house. GH is the main contractor. Testosterone is the financial backing. Vitamin D is the engineer supplying materials, and vitamin C is the cleanup crew keeping the site in order. If any of these are missing, the project slows or remains unfinished. But when they all coordinate seamlessly at night, you wake up inside a body house that's stronger and more resilient. For example, my friend Helen, 65, practices yoga and swims twice a week. Though her workouts aren't intense, she often complained of aching shoulders and needed hot compresses every morning. After adding vitamin D and C into her evening routine, she told me that within just 1 month, she needed far fewer compresses and slept more soundly. It wasn't because vitamins made her sleep directly, but because the brain is freed from pain and discomfort when the body recovers well. The key takeaway is that nighttime supplementation aligns with your body's natural hormones, transforming sleep into a complete recovery shift. If you take these vitamins during the day, you only get part of the benefit, because the body is in activity mode, not building mode. Beyond hormones, there's another factor that allows vitamin D and C to deliver maximum benefits when taken at night: digestion and absorption according to the body's circadian rhythm. During the day, the digestive system works hard to process large amounts of food. Energy is spread across many tasks: digestion, movement, thinking, and dealing with stress. As a result, vitamins taken during the day can be diluted among these many processes, but in the evening, after your final meal, the body processes food more slowly and steadily. At this time, vitamins face less competition, and absorption becomes more efficient. Vitamin D, which is fat-soluble, is absorbed best with dinner, including olive oil, nuts, or fatty fish. Afterwards, throughout 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it remains available in the bloodstream to support muscle-building processes. Vitamin C, being water-soluble, absorbs easily and circulates overnight, ensuring that free radicals generated during tissue repair are cleared away promptly. In other words, taking vitamins at night is like delivering materials to a team of workers about to start their shift. If you supply the materials too early, some get wasted before work begins. But if you deliver them right on time, the shift runs smoothly and efficiently. Additionally, taking vitamins before bed creates a psychological ritual. When you turn it into a nightly habit, your brain associates that act with the signal: now it's time for recovery. This consistency helps sustain the routine long term. Research shows that stability of habits, rather than sporadic high doses, produces lasting results. Consider a practical scenario: someone who exercises 3 times a week, often waking up tired the next day with knees that creak and ache. After 30 days of consistently taking vitamin D and C before bedtime, they wake feeling lighter, able to walk briskly without the pulling sensation in their knees. No complicated dietary changes, no extra workouts, just choosing the right timing. Science calls this the anabolic window. Most people don't notice it, but professional athletes always take full advantage. They understand that faster recovery is the valid key to progress, and you, whether you practice yoga, go for walks, or do gentle exercises, can apply the same principle to maximize every hour of your sleep. The key point is this: nighttime is not dead time. It is your body's second work shift. If you provide vitamin D and C right before this shift begins, you harness the full power of your circadian rhythm. And the next morning, the reward is a body that feels stronger, lighter, and ready for the day ahead. Many think building muscle is only about training and eating enough protein. However, one overlooked factor directly determines whether you make progress: the immune system. You can train diligently, but just one cold or a sore throat that forces you to take a week off can set you right back to the starting line. A strong immune system is the foundation of every journey to maintain muscle and health. Vitamin D is often described as the master switch of the immune system. It doesn't just help the body fight viruses and bacteria. It also regulates inflammation. When vitamin D is deficient, white blood cells become sluggish, and the body becomes more vulnerable to illness after heavy workouts or during stressful periods. On the other hand, when vitamin D levels are optimal, the immune system responds appropriately. Not too weak, but not excessively inflammatory either. This balance allows the body to fight infections while saving energy for muscle recovery. Meanwhile, vitamin C is the fuel for frontline immune cells, particularly white blood cells. As they move to attack invading bacteria, these cells consume large amounts of vitamin C to function effectively. Without it, these soldiers become sluggish, slower to react, leaving the body more susceptible to infections. Beyond that, vitamin C also works as a powerful antioxidant, reducing the cellular damage caused by free radicals during the inflammatory process. The unique advantage of taking these vitamins in the evening is that D and C can support the immune system during its night shift. That's because immune activity is at its peak while you sleep. Studies show that nighttime is when white blood cells are most active and the body produces the most antibodies. If the immune system has the right tools, vitamin D as the commander and vitamin C as the fuel, the process runs smoothly and efficiently. Picture this. You finish a challenging workout, your body is tired, and your immune defenses are temporarily weakened. If you go to bed without the proper nutrients, you may wake up the next day feeling drained or even catch a minor cold. But if, before sleep, you provide vitamin D and C, you're equipping your immune system with its best weapons precisely when it needs them most. And the result? You get sick less often, your body recovers more consistently, and your training schedule remains uninterrupted. In the journey of maintaining muscle and slowing aging, consistency is the key. One of the most common mistakes is thinking that, as long as you train hard and eat plenty of protein, your muscles will grow automatically. In reality, progress doesn't come only from the workout itself. It comes from your ability to keep showing up consistently, month after month, year after year. And the biggest obstacle to that consistency is the string of minor illnesses, colds, infections, or prolonged fatigue. This is why the role of vitamin D and C in immunity can directly determine your long-term results. Vitamin D doesn't just strengthen the immune barrier, it also keeps inflammatory responses in balance. This balance is crucial because excessive inflammation after training leaves you sore for days and drains your immune system of energy. When inflammation is regulated by vitamin D, the response is still strong enough for your body to adapt, but not so strong that it becomes harmful. As a result, you experience less prolonged soreness, reduced swelling in joints and tendons, and you can return to training sooner. Meanwhile, vitamin C serves as the logistics support for the immune system. After exercise, the body produces a flood of free radicals. If these aren't cleared away, they slow recovery and force the immune system to work overtime. Vitamin C neutralizes these free radicals, reducing the burden on the immune system and allowing it to focus on its primary job, protecting the body against bacteria and viruses. Why does this matter so much? Imagine a 6-month training journey. A person with strong immunity will attend workouts regularly, rarely missing a session. Someone with weaker immunity may skip 5 or 6 times due to colds, sore throats, or exhaustion. After 6 months, the gap in results between the two is dramatic, and the difference doesn't come from who trained harder, but from who remained consistent. Research has also highlighted the link between vitamin D deficiency and a higher risk of respiratory infections, and the association between adequate vitamin C and shorter duration of common colds. This means these two vitamins don't just help you recover muscle, they also protect you from unexpected interruptions. From this perspective, vitamin D and C are the gatekeepers of progress. You may train with dedication, but if you're constantly sidelined by illness, your results will never be what you hope for. On the other hand, with a resilient immune system, you maintain your rhythm, and that steady consistency is the secret to lasting strength. Now that you know how important vitamins D and C are, the next question is always, how much should I take, and how do I take them safely? The body has changed, especially for those over 50, and supplementation requires more caution. Avoid the mindset of, the more, the better. The first thing to remember is that everybody is different. Some people absorb nutrients well, others may already be on medication, and some have underlying conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, or kidney issues. That's why the smartest step is to consult a doctor or get a blood test before deciding on a specific dosage, particularly for vitamin D. The 25-OHD blood test will reveal whether you are deficient or already have enough. General reference guidelines often mentioned are 1. Vitamin D3. Most adults need about 1,000–2,000 IU daily, with dinner containing healthy fats to boost absorption. But if you are severely deficient, your doctor may recommend a higher dose for a short period. 2. Vitamin C. Around 250,500 milliliters in the evening is sufficient. If you have stomach discomfort, you can split the dose in half or take it right after a meal. Here's a small tip. Turn vitamin intake into a nighttime ritual. After dinner, brush your teeth, then take your vitamins with a glass of water. This repeated action helps you remember and signals to your brain it's time for the body to rest and repair. In addition, if you aim to preserve muscle and fight sarcopenia, you should include 20–30 grams of high-quality protein in the evening. This could be a cup of Greek yogurt, a glass of casein-rich milk, or simply tofu or soybeans. Think of this combination as providing the night shift workers with both the raw materials, protein, the supervisor, vitamin D, and the master craftsman, vitamin C. Finally, always remember, safety and personalization are more important than speed. Don't rush into high doses hoping for quick results. Real strength comes from maintaining steady habits daily, over many months and years. No matter how good the theory sounds, nothing beats real-life experience. I invite you to join a simple yet fascinating 30-day challenge. You don't need to change your diet or your workout schedule. The only thing you need to do is this. Take vitamin D and C before bed, consistently, every night. Throughout the 30 days, track these 3 indicators each morning. 1. Muscle soreness, DOMS. Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 2. The 30-second chair stand test. Count how many times you can sit down and stand up without using your hands. 3. Subjective energy level. Give yourself a score from 1 to 10 on how alert and strong you feel after waking up. The key is to record your scores consistently and review the changes week by week. At first, you may not notice much, but by week 3 or 4, many people are surprised to find their body feels lighter, their mornings less stiff, and their overall energy noticeably higher. When you complete the challenge, you'll have proof that taking vitamin D and C at night makes a difference. And if you try it, don't forget to share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your results directly. If the gym is your daytime shift, sleep is your nighttime overtime. During that shift, your body continues tirelessly, repairing, rebuilding, and renewing. And 2 simple vitamins, vitamin D to build the muscle fibers and vitamin C to reinforce the framework and reduce inflammation, are the support team that complete this night shift. What I love about this approach is its simplicity. You don't need complicated formulas, and you don't need to spend money on so-called miracle powders. Just by maintaining one small habit before bed, you're giving your body the raw materials it needs to wake up stronger, more flexible, and full of energy the next morning. If you found these insights helpful, why not start tonight? And don't keep this secret to yourself. Share this video with friends, family, and especially those over 50. Who knows? After just 1 month, you might be pleasantly surprised to discover that your body can wake up stronger every morning. I'm Evelyn Brooks. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again in the following video.